It's at Montilivi. Well, tomorrow was a really important match before knowing Real Madrid's result. And now, of course, it's even more important because we can increase the gap to 15 points with 30 in play. It's a great chance. We have a really good advantage in the standings. We are playing a fantastic league, and we have to win this trophy. And tomorrow we can make a step forward. And it's a really important match because Madrid lost at home against Villarreal. We will increase the gap with just 10 games remaining. But it's going to be difficult because Girona are a team that works really well. We played against them at the end of January. They play well with the ball. Also, they know how to defend. It's going to be a difficult game, but we play at home with all our supporters. And after the defeat of Real Madrid, it motivates us a little bit more.
Hola, Xavi. Roger Bossa de Catalunya Ràdio. Com està l'equip anímicament després del partit de dimecres? No sé si
How is the team mentally after what happened on Wednesday?
us ha fet especial mal el partit de
It was a tough defeat on Wednesday for the result and how you lost. We've analyzed what happened, and we made individual mistakes, especially in the first half. You cannot miss so many chances, and Madrid are the team that can hurt you if you don't score against them. But we've turned the page. Now we want to win the league. It's our priority. After the Champions League, we said that our objective was to win the league, to value all what you do during the season, the fair competition, because you play it during the whole year, so we are just focused on our 11 remaining games, and tomorrow we want to win against Girona at home after Real Madrid's defeat.
Hola, Xavi, bon dia. Marta Ramon de RAC1. Precisament quan reviseu les decepcions que hi ha hagut aquesta temporada, ara parlaves de...
After reviewing what has happened, what's the most important thing? To disconnect and to be a young team that has to learn to compete better, or the fact to have so many important absences? No, we don't want to find excuses. We have to improve. We are a young team, and we have to improve after what happened. We need to compete better. If we face Madrid in another time, we'll have to be clinical, not make mistakes in key moments. This will help us to improve. We are competing really well this year. In some games, big games, we didn't play it as we wanted, but we have to be focused now on Girona. It doesn't help us to talk about what happened against Madrid or Elche. Elche was the last league game, and tomorrow is a league game.
Bon dia, Xavi. Francesc de TV3. Demà poden ser 15 punts de diferència a la tilla.
Tomorrow you can increase the gap to 15 points. Which are the things that the team are doing better? Which aspects to have this important advantage? We need to win the league, but the competition is not over yet. We have to continue winning matches. And staying with these points, we won't win the league. So we cannot summarize what we are doing well or not. We have to be focused just on tomorrow's match. Playing at home, we need to recover positive feelings. The first half we played against Madrid was brilliant. We need to be more clinical. We cannot miss so many opportunities. We are in the good path. And if we win the league, I will answer you.
Didac Pairet de l'Esport. Jo et volia preguntar per l'evolució de l'Abde.
My question is about Abde.
I si a tu particularment et faria gràcia, et faria il·lusió...
Would you like to have him back at FC Barcelona?
Bé, l'Abde doncs, està aprofitant molt bé aquesta sessió, no? Crec que
Abde
diferències, estan molt contents a Pamplona amb ell, això és important.
is improving a lot in this loan. He's a really professional player. He's playing really well.
Barça, el que s'ha de fer, doncs, que estigui al nivell.
And what you need for Barça is to play at the level he played yesterday, but every single match, because that's Barça. So once he's back, we want him to be here. We will take a decision, but he can be an important player for the future. I'm happy because he's improving a lot in this loan.
Sí, hola, Gabriel Sanz, del Mundo Deportivo. Has parlat avui i en anteriors rodes de premsa de que el Barça està en construcció.
You've been talking many times that Barça
Li falten títols, li falten fitxes.
is growing, but what does the team need? Trophies, signings? What is lacking to this team to be a solid squad? More time.
Si aquest temps no guanyéssim títols, doncs ja no hi hauria temps.
If we don't win titles,
Donant molt bones sensacions.
we would not have time to continue improving, but we won the Super Cup. We are in a great dynamic in the league. We have competed the Cup until the semi-finals. In Europe, it's true that we
Perquè tenim gent molt jove, perquè
didn't compete well, but we are building a new squad because we are signing important players. We have many young players.
van junts amb aquests jugadors
Once we
en construcció. No?
will play 2 or 3 years with this team, this construction will end, but the objective was to win trophies. We won one and we want to win our second one.
Hola Xavi, soy Basel de
Hola.
Mena. Xavi, en la liga el equipo se ha demostrado bastante sólido. Luego en
The team has showed that in the league performing well, but then in ties, in knockout rounds, the team hasn't showed so many well images, but what the team can improve to compete well in these kind of matches.
Estos duelos individuales.
Well, this is going to help us to compete better in the future. We need to be solid, to take our chances. Our opponents, United, Real Madrid, Inter, took their chances. We got our opportunities. We dominated some of these matches, but we were not clinical at all. We will try it next year.
Buenas tardes.
Vosotros lleváis un promedio de casi 100 puntos por liga, que eso no lo han conseguido pues prácticamente casi ningún equipo.
Your average is
Una diferencia histórica.
of 100 points. You can end with an historic distance. And people can say that this league
No, no, ni me
can be underrated because of the huge distance.
no voy a entrar en una guerra de que
I'm not going to enter about what the paper says.
nosotros lo que valoramos es de dónde venimos.
We want to win the league. We value
Si ganamos la liga este año.
a lot to win the league.
Será una temporada
It would be a really good season.
y además compitiendo contra un
And competing against an incredible team like Real Madrid, that are the former champions of Europe
campeón de la Champions y campeón de la Liga.
and of the league last year, with a big gap of points.
Le damos mucho valor desde dentro.
We value a lot this trophy. If way you don't value it, I cannot control it. But inside, president, board members, staff, players, we know that we have to value this job and knowing where we are coming from.
Hola, mister. ¿Qué tal? Buena tarde. Alejandro Segura en directo para Radio Marca. Quedan 2 meses para que se acabe el...
In 2 months, the championship will end, and you will have time to think about next season, transfer market. Your feelings with Sergio Busquets, we don't know yet if he's going to continue or not. Which are your feelings for Barca's captain next season?
Pues a ver cómo acaba la
Let's see how we end this season.
veces para mí Busi es
He's a key player for us,
más allá del juego, ¿no?
and also in the locker room, He's helping a lot, and he's an example to all the youngsters, a mirror to look at for all players, not just what he helps us in the field, also in the locker room. I want him to stay here, but I understand his decision. He can leave winning trophies, Super Cup and the league, and it would be a good time to leave. I also doubted after winning the 3 trophies, but I was doubting to continue winning and enjoying. I understand Sergio. I will try to convince him to stay.
Hola Xavi, Elena Condis en directo para Tiempo de Juego. Después de la derrota contra el
After the defeat against Real Madrid, there was a meeting with Jordi Cruyff and Mateo Alemany. You value and evaluated what happened, or you were talking about the transfer market? Which are your plans for next season to compete better in Europe? I talk every single day with Mateo and Jordi, and I would have a meeting even qualifying for the final. It was not an urgency meeting. We will decide at the end of the season. We are focused on this league. We want to win this trophy that we haven't won in the last 2 seasons. We have to value it. Inside, we're going to do it. Outside, we cannot control what happens, but we value a lot to win this trophy. It's not the moment now to talk about signings.
¿Qué tal, Xavi? Buen día. Germán García, Radio Nacional. El otro día, tras la eliminación ante el Madrid, el aficionado salía muy decepcionado de lo que vio.
Supporters were disappointed after what happened in the Copa del Rey against Real Madrid. Which message can you send to all these supporters? Because in the locker room, you are thinking about the future, but supporters, which message can you give to all of them?
La campaña, como bien has dicho en más de una ocasión, sería excelente. Gracias.
Pues eso, que vamos a seguir compitiendo.
Well, we're going to continue competing. We want them to be proud of us. The team is giving everything on the field. Even losing 4-0 against Madrid, I think we played a really good first half. And then we didn't know how to compete against a big team like Real Madrid in second half. We congratulate them, and now we have to think about Girona. And we are going to try to win this match with all their help. Our supporters are being a crucial part. We feel really well to play at home. And tomorrow we have to show that we want and we deserve this league.
¿Qué tal, Xavi? Santi Valle, Cadena Ser. ¿Por qué se están alargando tanto las lesiones de Pedri y Dembélé?
What's going on with the injuries of Pedri and Dembélé? Because they don't have good feelings. They were really excited to be part of the team, but we don't want to take risks. And their feelings are going to be the ones that will mark when they're back in the field.
Hola, Xavi, bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
Demà el Barça juga contra el Girona.
Barça facing Girona tomorrow. Arnau Martínez is playing there. It would be a good player to sign for Barça. I don't want to talk about future players for next season. Arnau Martínez is a really interesting player. He's having a great season, and I'm happy for him because he's making a difference in his club. And I cannot tell you anything else.
Xavi, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Enzo Rivera para Tele2 Uruguay. Te quiero sacar un poco del Barça, porque hay una pregunta que nos gustaría hacer en Uruguay.
We have a question in Uruguay. There is an agreement between Marcelo Bielsa and Uruguay. Rafinha talked really well about Bielsa. You played as a player against Bielsa. Your opinion if Marcelo Bielsa is back managing, in this case, Uruguay? He can be a manager of Araujo. He's a reference, Marcelo Bielsa. He does different things. He has a clear way of working. He hasn't been my manager, but I shared aspects. Also, when I was working on Aspire, we were together in Netherlands. So all the best for Bielsa.
Carles Ruiz Pérez, del diari La Vanguardia. Tu detectes que a l'equip li falta una mica de 1 contra 1? És a dir, l'altre dia...
You notice that the team are lacking a little bit 1-to-1 with the absences of Dembélé, Pedri, De Jong. How you can improve in this aspect? I don't think we are missing 1-to-1.
Visualitzant els últims partits, crec que hem generat moltes coses.
After analyzing last games, we've created many opportunities. It's true that last time Rafa suffered against Camavinga, but we always create opportunities. Balde, Usman, Ferran, I remember many goals thanks to a 1-to-1 in the right or in the left. I don't think we are lacking this point of 1v1. Same for Ansu Fati. He scored a goal the other day thanks to a 1v1. I think we have to be a little bit more calm in the final thirds to take the best decision. In this aspect, yes, I think we can improve, but that's why we have young people. We have to continue growing, and we are having an excellent season.
Hola Xavi, buen día. Frank Roberto, Televisión Española. Me gustaría saber cómo está anímicamente un poco la defensa, teniendo en cuenta los 4 goles que se encajaron el otro día y también contextualizando un poco con el gran trabajo que están haciendo en Liga.
I want to know how defenders are feeling after what happened on Wednesday, because they are achieving a good job in the league.
Bien, el equipo está bien, ya hemos pasado página.
The team are in form. We turned the pace after what happened. We lost the trophy, Copa del Rey. We are now focused on the league. That was our priority after being knocked out in the Champions League. That's our main objective. We won the Super Cup, and now we want to win this league. And in defense, we are in form. We are training well. We are recovering our players. Team are ready to compete again tomorrow.
Hola Xavi, buen día.
Hola, buen día.
David Ibáñez de Mediaset. Quería saber si ayer viste el Real Madrid-Villarreal, si te sorprendió.
Were you surprised yesterday after the defeat of Real Madrid?
¿Crees que se puede desenganchar de la Liga y centrarse en la Champions?
Do you feel that they can disconnect in the league and be focused on the Champions League? I don't know. If they disconnect, it will be thanks to our performances. We depend on ourselves. Tomorrow it's important to increase the gap. 15 points would be amazing after 10 games remaining. We're not going to close the league tomorrow, but would be an incredible step forward. So we have to be focused on tomorrow. And if Madrid drop points in the future, I'm not thinking about it. I'm just thinking on myself to play well tomorrow and take the 3 points and win the league. That would be excellent for us.
Hola Xavi, buenas tardes.
Hola.
Paula Muriel para A3 Media. Lo acabas de decir ahora realmente que no hay nada hecho, pero mañana si el Barça...
If you win tomorrow against Girona, you will increase the gap, 15 points.
Porque es difícil que se escape un título cuando le sacas...
Don't you think would be practically win the league if you win tomorrow? No, because we would need to win 16 points left. That's how it works. Once we win the league, we will celebrate it, but we haven't won anything yet. We have to win it on the field, and tomorrow it's a good test. After what happened in the Cup, we need to react and take 3 vital points to achieve our objective.
Buenas tardes, Xavi. Adrián Ragas para el 10 del Barça. Antes comentabas que no se puede perdonar tantas ocasiones. ¿Cómo se puede mejorar esta?
You missed many opportunities. How you can improve in this aspect? Training hard. You asked me many times this question. If you want to score goals, it depends on the confidence of a player. We believe in them, of course, and they show it in all games. Our forwards have scored many goals, important goals. They need to also train, taking the good decisions, and we continue training hard to improve in this aspect in the games. That's all.
Hola Xavi, bona tarda. Nacho Jiménez de Más que Pelotas. Quería preguntarte si a nivel físico te preocupa que
I want to know the fact to have so many important absences in physical aspect in a key moment of the season.
De que somos el equipo que quizá corremos más.
We are the team that we run the most. We are the team that we make more effort. We are number one after the data that they sent me. And we are top in everything. Injuries are part of football. Circumstances, which team doesn't have any injured players? Tomorrow, Girona has 3-4 injured players. And Madrid also had absences, and Atletico, Rayo. All teams have important players are injured, but here we talk a lot about this. I don't know why we talk so much about injuries.
¿No lo ves bien? Somos el equipo que más distancia corre, que más...
We are the team that makes more efforts, that runs the most. It's normal to have injured players.
Hola Xavi, Gaspar Iniestazo. Te quería preguntar en relación a las palabras de Araujo el otro día después de la derrota, que dijo que después de encajar el primer gol el equipo bajó.
Araujo explained that after letting in a goal, the team went down. Same happened against United, Bayern Munich. The team needs to improve to play when they are down in the scoreboard.
Sí, sí, ya se lo he comentado a vuestros compañeros, ¿no? Al final falta más.
Yes, we need to improve because psychologically, in some moments we are not at our best, but we are building a new squad. We will learn after defeats, and that's a sport. When you're disappointed is how you learn, and that's life in general. We need to mature a little bit more, and in sport you always can improve, but we have a positive attitude. We are excited to win this league, and we are having a really good season so far, I think.
Hola Xavi, què tal? Marc Sebastià per l'agència EFE. Evidentment, l'objectiu és guanyar la Lliga, ho he repetit en diverses ocasions. L'equip, si demà guanya, es posa a 15 punts del Madrid.
The objective is to win the league.
10 jornades que quedarien després del partit.
How you motivate this squad to motivate this team, because the gap is a big one, 15 points if you win tomorrow. Winning the league? We are talking about winning the league. I don't understand at all. We can win a league. Win a league is outstanding. We've won 5 Champions League in our history. And people demand us to win the Champions League, but winning the league gives you stability. If you ask any manager, a coach wants to win the league. Zidane, after winning the Champions League, said that his objective was to win the league. And the league is what gives you stability, says you how you are. We are 12 points up to Real Madrid. I cannot control what happens away, but we are valuing a lot what we are achieving. Against a really strong Real Madrid, we are competing really well. And you don't give credit the fact to win a league. If we do it, it would be excellent.
Hola Xavi, Jordi Carrero de Relevo. Jo et volia preguntar pels corners. Pels corners.
Corners.
Parlant de Big Data. No sou dels equips que esteu...
I want to ask you about corner kicks.
Et volia preguntar com ho treballeu.
How are you working in this aspect? And do you have any objective? Or is an aspect to improve?
El que no has dit és que els corners en contra no estem encaixant.
We are not letting in goals in corner kicks, and that's really important. We have to talk, first of all, not letting in goals in corners and then to score in corners. We've created problems, we work a lot, we prepare them. We try to have our players believing in this strategy. Against Elche, it worked set piece, we scored the opening goal, so it's important and we have to continue improving.
Gràcies, bona tarda.
Gràcies.